Oh my God. Oh my God. No. No.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
What is up, guys? DJ Eastwood here. This is the Run It Back podcast, home of the most brutally honest sports takes on YouTube. Some people don't like it because some people can't handle the truth. First thing I want to say is I cannot believe how angry some of you were with my opinion on the dunk contest. Okay, I mean, I should be able to believe it because some people on YouTube are just ridiculous, but I gave my opinion on the dunk contest and what I thought, and people freaked out. Like, first of all, I didn't even know anybody cared about the dunk contest anymore. I really didn't even know anybody gave a shit. Seriously. But the way some of you guys in the comments, like, oh my goodness, man, talking some people even unsubscribe from the channel. Some people left comments unsubscribing from the channel. I can't believe you would say something like this. You're a total dumbass idiot. And I'm like, okay, bro, like, if you're going to unsubscribe from the channel because of my opinion on the dunk contest, deuces, bitch. We don't want you here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a good one. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the All-Star game. First of all, I was totally wrong about the All-Star game. I admit it. It was a great game. The format worked out perfectly. It ended up having the players play hard towards the end of the game. The fourth quarter was great. Now, the first part of the game, the first quarter, the second quarter, I wasn't really interested in. They weren't trying. They weren't playing any defense. That's where some of these guys got most of their points. And it was just a brick fest. And I even tweeted, I was like, okay, I made it a quarter and a half. I'm done. I'm not watching this game. But shout out to my girlfriend who had bets on the game, so she wanted to watch the whole thing. That's literally the only reason I watched it, I'm not going to lie. And I'm glad I did, because it turned out to be literally the best All-Star game I've ever seen. Man, the players were playing hard, dude. They were playing hard in an All-Star game. They were playing defense. They were running sets. Joel Embiid, down towards the end of the game, Joel Embiid, like, did you see how hard he was playing? He was sweating like Jerry Sandusky at a playground. Like, I'm like, bro, I think Embiid lost 20 pounds in this game. I don't know if it was hot in the arena or what, but I don't know what was going on. But it looked like Embiid got a decent amount of conditioning in this game. Maybe he needed it. I'm like, this guy's playing harder in his damn All-Star game than he plays for the Sixers, bro. What's going on here? I don't know, man. Oh, these players were playing hard, and I think it's because, you know, they honored Kobe Bryant. They changed the MVP award to the Kobe Bryant MVP award. I think it was just there was a different sense of energy in this All-Star game. These guys were really giving it everything they had, and I really do think it was because in the back of their minds they were honoring Kobe Bryant on the last, you know, All-Star game. Not that he's playing in it or anything like that, but I'm saying, like, probably they're not going to honor Kobe Bryant every All-Star game. So this is the one All-Star game that they were honoring Kobe Bryant, and with him just passing, I just think they were playing extra hard because of that. Kawhi Leonard was a robot, you know what I mean? He just couldn't miss. He was like 8 for 9 from 3. It was rather annoying. I mean, the guy's amazing, but he's just nothing phases him. I've never seen him smile. He just catches and shoots. He just gets buckets. Like, all he does is balls out. Like, All-Star game, doesn't matter what it is, never smiles, gets buckets, runs down to the other end of the floor. Dude is very just unique. He just looks like a robot to me. James Harden couldn't buy a basket the whole game. Just one of those, I don't know, one of those nights for him. Luka Doncic was pretty disappointing also. He couldn't make a shot. Russell Westbrook was bricking everything. Only got his first field goal in like the 5 minutes left in the game, I think, from a Ben Simmons pass. Russell Westbrook plowed into Embiid at one point and knocked him on the ground. And I was like, oh, snap, is it going to get a little chippy here in the All-Star game? Westbrook and Embiid don't like each other. I'm like, bro, this is getting serious. This is the most serious All-Star game I've ever seen. Not even close. It was funny when Rudy Gobert was getting offensive rebounds and getting fouled. The Twitter timeline was hilarious because it was just like, oh, here's Rudy Gobert taking all the fun out of the All-Star game. Or like, yeah, I definitely came here to watch Rudy Gobert shoot free throws. You know what I mean? It was just funny. LeBron James was pretty cold the whole game, 9 for 20, 2 for 10 from 3. Took a potential game winner from like 40 feet out. If he would have hit that, that would have been legendary. And I really think he wanted to win that Kobe Bryant MVP award, but he just wasn't making a shot. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Chris Paul caught an alley-oop on the baseline and slammed it. I didn't even know Chris Paul could dunk. I seriously didn't know Chris Paul could dunk. And actually, it's the only time in his career he's caught an alley-oop. Regular game, preseason game, all-star game, anything. It's the first time in Chris Paul's career that he caught an alley-oop and dunked it. And he's 30, 40, 35 years old. How is that? That's just, like, what is going on here? Just a different energy, man. Different energy. Giannis got his buckets, but honestly, Giannis got most of his buckets in the first half when nobody was playing any defense. He was just driving straight to the rim and dunking it. And then in the fourth quarter, when they started actually playing defense, he disappeared. I think he had 0 points in the fourth. James Harden actually D'd him up at one point. I'm like, what is going on here? Giannis and James Harden D's him up and he passes the ball, and then he had the nerve to say after the game that they were going after whoever James Harden was guarding. And we're like, bro, there was literally a play where James Harden was guarding you and you passed the ball. Kemba Walker had some nice plays. Behind the back through the legs to Embiid for a windmill dunk. Had some really nice ISO plays and some good 3-point shots. But when it came down to it, crunch time, tie game, I believe. Team Giannis has a chance to come down. No, they were down. I think Team LeBron was 1 point from winning, 156. And Team Giannis had a chance to tie it. Kemba gets the ball, goes down the sideline, and dribbles it straight out of bounds. I'm like, man. I was rooting for Team Giannis, actually, because Embiid was dominating in the fourth, and that's just the team I wanted to see win the game. But things just happened that stopped them from winning the game. The things that happened that stopped them from winning the game was Nick Nurse going away from Joel Embiid in the fourth quarter when he was dominating. He had 10 points in the fourth. He was getting ISO on the post, and he was taking dudes to school. I mean, he had the dream shake on LeBron. Bro, hit me with that. Hit me with that clip. Ooh! Come on, man. Hit me again. I love it. Look, what's better than hitting a dream shake on LeBron James in the 2020 All-Star game in crunch time? He took Anthony Davis down in the post one time, got fouled. He had an ISO on James Harden, I believe, got fouled. He had 10 points in the fourth quarter. And then Nick Nurse is like, nah, man, my guys are going to win this game. And Nick Nurse runs an ISO for Siakam in the post. And this dude gets bullied and gets nowhere, throws the ball off the backboard. And then, Kyle Lowry had a couple shots down at the end that were just terrible shots. Kyle Lowry, speaking of Kyle Lowry, let me give my honest opinion on Kyle Lowry. The dude is a complete flop artist, and I can't believe it. I can believe it in regular season games, but I can't believe this dude actually came into the NBA All-Star game and started flopping like a fish out of water. I mean, come on, man. You ruin enough regular season games with this garbage. You're going to come into the All-Star game and start flopping like that? Trying to take charges. He had a play which was hilarious where he grabbed James Harden's arm and then flopped and threw his arms up and baited the officials into calling a foul on James Harden, which is just ironically hilarious. I mean, that's just two universes of bullshit flopping and complaining colliding. That was just like the most ironic thing ever. These two flop artists in a battle of flopping, basically, in the All-Star game. That's sad. It's sad. And then Kyle Lowry takes a couple of bad shots down in the fourth quarter. And then Team LeBron runs a play They needed one bucket to win the game. They run a play to get an ISO Anthony Davis on Kyle Lowry. And what does he do? He grabs Anthony Davis's arm and he flops onto the floor. And he gets called for a foul, and the game is over. What better way for an NBA All-Star game to end than free throws because Kyle Lowry flopped? Oh, my goodness. That dude, man. I'm not saying he could do anything against Anthony Davis, but, bro, you got to just try to swipe the ball or the game is over. You grab his arm and flop? Really, man? I wish somebody like Kyle Lowry would just treat this game like a pickup game at the playground. Stop falling all over the floor and play the game for one time this entire season. Stop flopping all over the floor and just play the game. But anyway, it was the best All-Star game I've ever seen. And I was totally wrong. I was like, who's going to watch the All-Star game? Nobody cares about that. The format worked. The first quarter, second quarter, third quarter thing. I think it was awkward for the NBA to be like, hey, whoever wins this quarter gets to donate to charity of their choice. So the other charity's there, and the NBA has to be like, hey, sorry guys, your team didn't win. You get $0. Yep. Good luck. Good luck in life. We'll see you later. That's just weird. Charity contest is weird for me. Like, oh, we hope our team wins so we can get the money that we desperately need to provide for our underprivileged youth. And the NBA is like, sorry, you didn't win. See you next time. That's just weird to me. But it worked out great. The players were playing hard in the fourth quarter. It was a seriously entertaining game. I liked it. The only thing I want them to change, obviously, is if there's a foul at the end, I want it to be a side out. Or check the ball up top like a pickup game, you know what I mean? And just run it from the top. Somebody has to get a bucket to win the game. But obviously, if that happened, you would have players like Kyle Lowry flopping every play, and maybe the game would never end. So who knows how that would work out. But they got to figure out something so it doesn't end with a free throw. That's no fun. Nobody wants to see that. Why is the NBA All-Star Game the only good All-Star game? The Pro Bowl stinks. And the MLB All-Star Game isn't that much fun to watch. Well, it's because it's a non-contact sport, and you can have a game like this where players are competitive. You can't have a competitive Pro Bowl. You just can't. It's a contact sport. Nobody wants to get hurt over a meaningless game. Somebody tweeted, some NFL player, I forget who it was. It was like, NFL, please fix the Pro Bowl. There's nothing you can do. You're not going to be hitting guys out here. You're not going to be sacking the quarterback in a meaningless Pro Bowl game. It's just not going to happen. So, I don't know. Maybe they could make a flag football game or something that's more fun than watching the Pro Bowl, but the Pro Bowl is garbage. Nobody wants to watch that. As far as the baseball All-Star Game, the MLB All-Star Game just isn't that interesting, and I think it's because all of the best pitchers being on the same two teams make it not interesting because nobody hits the ball. Seriously, when all the best pitchers, you got 5 starters that are, basically Cy Young candidates throwing the ball every 2 innings. They don't get tired. They're not going deep into the 6th or the 7th inning or anything or getting worked. Like, you got the best pitchers in the world throwing their best pitches with all of the rest. There's no chance for these batters to hit anything. So, that's why I think the baseball All-Star Game is no good. The pitching is too good. It's like a, 1-0 in the 9th inning, and who really wants to watch that? That's actually part of the reason baseball is boring in general to a lot of people. Me personally, I love baseball. I love the chess match between the batter and the pitcher every at-bat. I just love the concept of the game. But a lot of people, especially younger people these days, think baseball is boring, and it is because the pitching is so good. Look at the World Series this past year. The best pitcher in each league was in the World Series. If you have the best pitching, you have the best chance at winning. But that's why baseball is in this conspiracy that they juiced balls or whatever else because, they're trying to get ways for people to get more hits. They're trying to make the game more exciting. We need the ball to go over the fence. We need home runs. We need triples. We need doubles. We need, You know what I mean? But the MLB All-Star Game is just not exciting because the pitching's too good. So that is my take on the All-Star Game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was totally wrong about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. My name is DJ Eastwood. This is the Run It Back Podcast, home of the most brutally honest sports takes on YouTube. Some people don't like it, but it's because some people don't like the truth. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace.